Namaskar, everyone. Welcome to our healing program. And thank you for joining our program. It's always nice to have you via the Zoom, via YouTube or Facebook. Tonight, this afternoon, we're going to have a little centering and then pranayama, and also a subtle pranayama to become more aware of your subtle body. And after that, Prabha will take over, and she will take you in a session of energy healing and body massage. And after it, of course, Guruji will come in and take us into a meditation in the healing field, where we will be nourished on all levels. So we start with a centering. We all close our eyes. And center within. Deep within. To connect with the consciousness space. Open your mind. Breathe in and out, a long, slow breath, deep. And come into the space of peace. Let go all thoughts, all the busyness of the day. Just come in that silent space. Then come in the heart space. Bring your mind in the heart. Open your heart by breathing into it. Come in a loving space, a nourishing space, a healing space. Observe the breath, observe the body, and breathe into the belly, the navel area. Observe your state of vitality. If there's tiredness, then breathe a few times into the belly. Just to relax and to come into a nice vital space. And then ground in the base. And then slowly open your eyes. And we start with our Pranayama session. This centering brings us in a connection with the core of our being, with the consciousness space, where we can become more aware of our physical body and our subtle body. So we start with some cleansing breaths to give our lungs a little exercise and also to get rid of all still air and to bring in fresh oxygen. We do it 10 times. Do it very consciously. Breathe out completely using belly muscles, contracting the rib cage. And when you breathe in, fill the belly, open the rib cage, and lift the shoulders. Complete out breath and a complete in breath. So let's start with breathing out. Shh. Breathe in. Last time. And breathe normal. Observe if there's any change. More vitality. Clear head, clear mind. More free in the emotional space. More space in the lungs. Now let's do the orbit. A microcosmic orbit, but we do the long one, the complete one. And I'll show how it goes. So we start with the out breath from the brow, and we breathe out along the front, and then we cross the base, and we still breathe out, and we go along the back of our feet, underneath the feet, to the top of the feet, and then with an in-breath, we come up. We cross at the base again, along the back, to the back of the head, over the head to the brow, or through the head to the brow, whatever you prefer. It's out, 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 and in, front of the legs, crossing at the base, up along the spine, to the back of the head, to the front. So let's do that a few times and see what happens. You can do it with your eyes open or you can close your eyes. Breathe out. So it's a long breath, slow, with complete awareness. In along the front of the legs, crossing at the base, along the spine, up to the back of the head, to the front of the head, and out again, out. And in. And out. In. And out. Like a lemniscaat. Or 8. And out. And really become aware of the feet and energy coming underneath the feet. And feel the crossing through the base chakra. Out along the front, through the base to the back of the legs, and in, up the front of the legs, crossing at the base, coming up along the spine. Keep going. Maybe you can feel energy moving, maybe not, but then keep your mind going. And maybe you can feel the harmonizing effect, grounding effect. And then stop for a moment and open your eyes and just breathe normal. And observe if there's any change. I feel more grounded now. I'm more aware of my legs and my feet. And there's a kind of harmony, balance. Very nice feeling. So I take a chair, and the rest of our pranayama we do on the chair. Let's do the same orbit, a long orbit. And we can also do it on a chair, sitting. And that's very handy because we can do it always, everywhere we are, in sitting or waiting. Then we can start using this orbit. So you can close your eyes or keep them open, whatever you like. And we breathe out from the brow to the base, going to the back of the legs. It's a little bit different shape, but still the effect is the same. Come up from the feet, breathing in to the base. Changing at the base and coming up along the spine to the front, the forehead. And going down again. And coming up. And after a while, you can sometimes feel that it's going by itself. And you only have to wrap your mind around it. You can follow it with your mind. So I hope you all have a little experience of it. And now close your eyes if you didn't do that. And then we start breathing in every chakra, solitary. And we begin at the base. I'm trying to become more aware of the chakra. So close your eyes. Bring your attention completely to the base chakra. And breathe in the base and breathe out from the base. You can imagine that you breathe in from the earth and breathing out to the earth. And if you don't know where the chakra is or you don't feel any chakra, it's the grounding field in the perineum area. You can contract the perineum area a little bit, if you like, to make it more active. Stay there and just enhance the feeling. And you only breathe in the base, so only your belly moves a little bit. No chest, no shoulders. complete attention on the base and the intention to become more aware of this grounding field. You can become more aware of your legs and your feet. You can feel the heaviness of your physical body. Some heat in the tailbone. Just look for the little signs. The more we become aware of the chakras and the energy fields, all the levels, we can learn to manage these energies. Manage the senses that are in the chakras, all the elements. So it's very important to become aware and to learn to manage these energies. It grows our consciousness. So let's come into the second chakra. Sometimes it's more difficult to experience it solitary. So breathe in. You can breathe from the base up to the second chakra. Or you can use a little bit of subtle Bhastrika, as we did 2 weeks ago, just to go to it and to breathe up from it. It's a very nice, sweet energy. The sexual field. You can breathe in just above the pubic bone or just above the sexual organs. Become more aware for warmth. You can become more aware of taste in the mouth, because the sense of the second chakra is taste, fluids in the mouth. It has the water element. And then come up to the navel area. Breathe in the navel. And breathe out from the navel. And when you breathe in the navel, sometimes I breathe in horizontally, just deep into the spine. The chakra is more on the spine, so when you breathe in from the front to the spine, it helps to come deeper into awareness. It's the chakra of the light. I visualize a sunflower. It's a big chakra. It has a big radiance. Creates presence, vitality, gives a boost to your immune system. A powerful field. A field of action. And then come into the heart. This is a more subtle field. The other 3 levels are more connected to the physical. This is the emotional field. Breathe in the heart, as deep as you can. Come in that loving space. Feel your whole chest opening up between your shoulder blades. It can be opened up until the arms and the hands. Then we can have our healing hands. Energy is coming through the hand palms. Become aware of this energy field. It's a beautiful field. In this field we can connect so beautifully to each other. There's a sense of touch and connected to our skin. And then breathe in the throat. Just breathe. Prana will take you deeper. Subtle breath. Use the Ujjayi. Breathe in and breathe out from the throat into a big silent space. Beautiful field of silence. It silences the mind. And then we come up to the brow. Just breathe into the brow. Breathe into the nose. Like you breathe in a very nice fragrance. Up in the nose, into the brow. And breathe out from that space. And then we come in a more meditative space. So let's breathe a few times up and down the spine to connect all the levels. And become aware that the one level is a little bit more subtle than the other. So we have the brow, and then when we come down, it becomes less subtle. A little bit more grows. From the mental field to the grounding field. And then breathe up from the grounding field through all the other levels, up again to the mental field. And you can open your eyes. And with this awareness of our subtle body, I hand you over to Prabha. Namaskar. Thank you.
Namaskar everyone, and welcome to our second segment of the Healing Circle. So to start, I would like to invite you to sit a little bit at the tip of your chair with your back as straight as possible. Close your eyes. Feel your feet firmly on the floor. Grounded and centered. And then rub your hands together to create the energy in your hands. We will be using our hands in this segment, starting with a little energy exercise and continuing with a self-massage exercise. Okay, and then bring your hands a little bit away from each other. And bring your awareness to the sensation in the palms of your hands. And bring your awareness to the space in between your hands. Breathing slowly and deeply. And notice if you feel any warmth in your hands or any tingling or lightness. And see if you can feel the space in between your hands buzzing with energy. Then slowly breathe out. You can open your eyes again. And then breathing in, lift up your hands along your body, and when you reach about the throat area, you move forward and down. And breathing out. Breathing in, up. Breathing out, forward and down. Continue at your own breathing pace. Staying aware of the sensation in the palms of your hands and the space in between your hands throughout this exercise. And notice if you can feel any feeling of lightness where your hands want to do this movement all carried all by themselves. This is an exercise for the water elements, the element of flow. Improving the circulation of the energy through your body. One last time. And then rest your hands on your legs, and if you want, you can lean back in your chair now, or you can stay sitting at the tip of your chair with your back unsupported and strong. Okay, let's make loose fists with our hands and start tapping on our head. You can do both hands at the same time or alternating. Go from front to back, go more to the sides. And make this a good massage. Not hurting yourself, obviously, but you can use some strength here. And then go to the edge of the skull on the back, where we have some important meridian points of the gallbladder, the bladder meridian. And then go down along the neck, and then release your hands again. Okay. Then we place our fingers on our head, and we tap just with our fingers, a little lighter version. You could also do it with your fingers one at a time. Try what's more comfortable and healing for you at this moment. And if you have a lot of thoughts in your head or a lot of worries in your head, you can feel like you're just beating them away. Okay, and then let's rest our fingertips on our head and let's make little circles where we take the skin with the fingers in the circles. So you're not rubbing over the skin, but you're making the skin move with your finger. And then change the location of your hands a little bit and do the same. And in this way, move around your head. And like I said in the self-massage workshop that I gave during the 40 days, in this Corona period, it's a little bit more difficult to get massages from other people, but there's so much you can do yourself. And it also feels so good just to do it yourself. Okay. Then let's put our fingers together at the center of our forehead and just rub it towards the outside. Towards the temples, and then once back to the center. And towards the temples again. And just tap your forehead. And then put your hands on the temples and massage lightly. You'll sense this is a little bit more sensitive area, so you want to be a little bit more careful with the pressure here. Okay, and release. Then we'll take our index fingers and we put it just where the nose starts, against the bone that is just above your eye, the upper part of the eye socket. And then breathing out, we lean into the finger, so the finger in the end ends up pressing upward towards the bone. And breathing in, we release. We take our index to ring finger together, we put it above the center of the eye. And breathing out, we lean down. Make sure you don't press too much into the eyeball, but just to the bone. So the pressure on the bone is upward. Breathing in, release, even a little bit more outward, just a small part to the side. Breathing out, release. Hang down, breathing in, release. Do it one more time. Start just with the index finger near the nose. Breathing out, hang down into your finger. Breathing in, release. 3 fingers together above the center of the eyes, towards the bone. Breathing out, hang down. Breathing in, release. A little bit more to the side. Breathing out, hang down. And in, release. We take the index fingers to the inside, the lower part of the eye socket, just where the nose starts. We have to make a little bit of a hook here. So you place it on top of the eye socket. I know you don't have a lot of space there. And then breathing out, pull on the eye socket. Breathing in, release. Then the center of the eyes, you can use a couple of fingers there. Breathing out, pull, so the pressure is down on the eye socket bone. Breathing in, release, a little bit more to the side. Breathing out, pull down. And in, release, once more from the inside, just the index finger. Breathing out, pull. In, release. The center, breathing out, pull. In, release. And the outer edges, breathing out, hang down with your fingers. Breathing in, release. And then taking your index fingers, just gently rub over your eyeballs. You can use index and middle finger as well if you want to. Gentle massage. Especially with your eyes, you want to be really, really careful and very loving. Then from the outside to the inside, just press all the tear fluid that may have come out, so it releases. You can do it one more time. Okay, release. And then rub your hands together one more time. And then place the palms on your eye sockets, so you're closing off the eye sockets with your hands, and just enjoy the darkness for a moment. Feeling the energy of your hands going into your eyes. And then slowly release. I'll put on my glasses again. Then taking our index fingers, let's go to the sides, just outside our nostrils. There's like a little dimple in the skin next to our nose. And we massage here on both sides. It's a little bit more difficult to speak and massage there at the same time. But I hope you understand what I mean. This is the end point of our large intestine meridian. And beginning and end points are always extra powerful to bring energy into the meridian system. Okay, release. And then if you have the inside of your eyes and you go down to where the cheekbone is, at a certain moment you feel like, oh yeah, now I'm below my cheekbone, and then you press upward with your finger. So you're below the corner of your eyes on the inside, and then breathing out, pressing upward and leaning down at the same time, like we did with the eye sockets. Breathing in, release. Then below the center of the eye, go down just below the cheekbone again, breathing out, lean down, and in, release. Below the corner of the eye, breathing out, lean down, and in, release. A little bit more to the outside, breathing out, lean down, in, release. And then next to the ears, there's a little, also a dimple that opens up when you open your mouth, when you open the jaw, and we massage there. That is the end point of our small intestine meridian. Okay, and release. We'll do this one more time, starting with massaging just next to the nostrils. Okay, then we go down to the inner corner of our eyes, down to below our cheekbone, breathing out, lean down, press up, in, release. Below the center of the eyes, pressing up towards the cheekbone, breathing in, release. Below the corner of the eyes, breathing out, pressing up towards the cheekbone, leaning your head slightly a little bit down, breathing in, release. A little bit more to the outside, breathing out, press upwards, lean down, breathing in, release, and then massaging the jaw area just in front of the ears. You can use your index finger or index and middle finger together. Okay, and release. Then we're massaging, starting from the center, just above our teeth. So kind of like you're massaging the roots of your teeth. And then we go outward. And we'll do it once more from the inside, the center, and then out. Okay, and we do this the same with the lower jaw, the lower teeth, just below the teeth where the roots of the teeth are. Massaging there and going outwards. Once more from the center and going out. Okay. Then we take our thumb and index finger, we press along the bones, the chin, and then breathing in, release, going a little bit more outwards, press. And the next out breath, press a little bit further away from the center. And once more. Okay. You can do this with all your fingers as well. Just squeezing along the sides. Okay, I feel like I want to rest my shoulders just a little bit. I've been keeping them up so much. Okay. So there's one more point on the jaws that I want to massage. If you have the edge of the jaw, so where it goes from this direction to that direction, there's a little corner bone there. For some people it's easier to find than for others. And when you've found that bone, Then you go just on top of it, and you will also feel like there's a little dimple there. And you can put your index finger there on both sides and then massage it. And you can feel that the muscles that are surrounding this area are extending all the way to your jaw. This is very nice to do as well when you have TMJ problems, pain in your jaw. And it is also a point on the stomach meridian. Okay, and release. Then we'll go towards our ears. We take our index finger and thumb, and then we start where the upper part of our ears, stuck here, attaches to our head, and then we squeeze along the sides of our ears, the rim of our ears. You can kind of like make this squeezing movement there, and then moving along the rim, the edges, going down all the way. Oh, this feels so good. Your ear is connected to your entire body. They can do acupuncture on your ear. When you reach your earlobes, just start back from the top again. Squeezing around. With acupuncture on your ear, you can treat your entire body. Okay. Now there's an outside rim, but there's also an inside rim. And you can do the same thing there. If your fingers are not very thin, it's a little bit more difficult to get in there, but you can just try it out. And if you find any spots that are sensitive, you could try massaging there a little bit longer and see the effect it has. Okay. And we take the top of our ears and we pull upwards, and then we let go. We take the middle part on the back, we pull backwards, and we release, and we take the earlobes, we pull down, and we release. We do this once more. The top of the ears, pull up, release. The middle part, pull back, and release. The lobes pulling down, and release. Okay, take a moment to observe how your face feels and how your ears feel. And then extend your awareness to your entire body. Feeling your feet on the floor. Feeling your sit bones on the chair or the cushion or whatever you're sitting on. Feeling how your legs are supported. And feeling how your back is supported by a chair or how your back is strong, standing up by itself in the air. And then bring your awareness to any area of your body that is challenged. And really become the observer of this area. If there's any pain or discomfort, see how that feels today. With an explorer-like attitude. And if you would like to, you can bring your hands to this part of your body. And of course, if you're physically able to. You can either put it on your body or a little bit away from your body. Or you just keep your hands down on your knees and you're just there with your mind only. The options are all for you. And if you're there just with your mind, you can breathe into the area, imagining that you're breathing energy, light, prana into the area. And breathing out, you're letting go of all tension, all darkness, all pain, all stuck emotions. All negative thoughts. And knowing that a lot of challenges in our body are due to emotions that do not want to be felt, creating tension in the body, a lack of oxygen at certain places, which can lead to a lot of pain, to stress, to the sympathetic nervous system being in fight and flight mode, creating inflammation. And just by bringing our attention here, we actually bring more energy. We tell our parasympathetic nervous system that it's okay to relax, that it's okay to start healing this part of our body, to bring more oxygen to this part. And if you have any recollection of what it felt like when it was still feeling good and feeling whole and feeling healthy, see if you can call for that feeling. And if you had your hands at this challenged part of your body, you can slowly bring them down to your knees. As we start bringing our awareness to all the people in our environment, in our family, in our circle of friends, in our countries and in our world, that are also challenged. Of course, we are challenged with our corona pandemic. We are also challenged with a collective feeling of injustice and racism, all the riots because of that. So let's open our heart and let's send our love to all these people. And let's engage our hands so we can send this energy out, beam this energy out even more powerful. So if you lift your hands, place your palms facing forward, and imagine that you're sending out this energy through the palms of your hands. I am also holding up a healing box here that has names of people that we at the Blue Star know or are connected to that are challenged. And let's wish that today they will receive a little extra dose of energy, or maybe a lot, so they can cope with their challenges and they can learn how to heal. And even if healing is not possible physically, they can heal internally and they become happy and peaceful, even with external challenges. And let's thank all the masters, the healing guides and angels for supporting us in this field and for giving us the opportunity to be here together. And then slowly you can lower your hands and then bring them into our Namaskar position as we close this segment of our healing circle, and we welcome Guruji into the space. And I would like to thank you all for your presence and participation and co-creation of this field. And just a little reminder, if you enjoyed our self-massage exercise that we did, the workshop that I did on self-massage of the whole body is still there on YouTube, so you can look for it. And with this, I would like to hand you over to Guruji, who will take us further into our healing meditation. Thank you and Namaskar.
Namaskar everyone, and thank you for joining us today. And here we're going to go into the meditation for healing and well-being. And just to remind you that you're not the physical body, you reside in it. But you're so wired to the physical body that you tend to believe that you are the body, physical body. But you are a subtle energy being that permeates the physical body. So synchronized with it that you are hardly able to differentiate between subtle and gross unless you have higher awareness. So my intention in the healing circle is to take you into that place where you have the opportunity to shift your consciousness. Now I'm going to begin by telling you that I am working inside of you. I'm not just sitting in a chair in Trinidad and Tobago, in the Caribbean. I'm communicating with you inside of you. Inside of your subtle being. Inside of your mind, inside of your heart, inside of your gut. I'm communicating with you. And you can easily verify that because when you begin to meditate with me, you begin to feel things happening in your inner space. Energy is becoming stabilized, energy is rising, consciousness shifting, and so you know that I'm not just sitting in a chair in Trinidad. And the reason why I can do that, because we live in a holographic universe where the center of your being and the center of my being are one. Though you may not realize this fully, but some part of you will resonate with this. Don't try to understand it in a logical way, because it's beyond logic. Try to approach what I'm doing with you intuitively. So with this said, I'm going to take you directly into meditation, so we have the full 30 minutes and a few minutes more. Now, because your body has been active today in so many ways, it may carry the stresses within it, from your emotions, from your thoughts, from physical stresses, from environmental stresses impacting upon you, from planetary stresses. So we want to begin by giving attention to the body, but from a mind that is peaceful and loving. So stay with me as I guide you. First, ensure that you're sitting comfortably, so you don't have to shift on your seat several times. Bring your attention to the present moment, most important. Just be here and now. Be with you, all of you. As you center in present moment awareness, you center in the mental space. You center in the emotional space. And you center in the vital core of the body that drives the physical body. Stay with your body. Now, what I'm going to say to you is extremely important. That you keep your entire physical body in your mental awareness. The mind and the mental field operates on prana, life force. Just by holding your physical body in your mind, in present moment awareness, you're holding your physical body with its trillions of cells in an energy field. And you want that energy field to be a very positive field, a very uplifting field, a very loving field, a very vital field. So ensure that you maintain this awareness of full body awareness throughout your meditation. Why? Because we are in a meditation for healing and wellness, well-being. Now it's important to breathe completely. When you really understand the impact of the breath, because it's life force, you will never just breathe shallow unless it comes to you in meditation or in deep thinking. Now we need to breathe fully. So begin this process by taking your attention downwards from the center of the eyebrows, with your mental attention coming down the body as you breathe out, dropping the shoulders, bringing the rib cage in, bringing the belly in, and just breathing out completely, taking your attention down to the root at the base of the spine, the perineum area. Pause for a moment, no haste, and then breathe in slowly, opening up the belly to breathe. Opening up the chest to breathe. Opening up the shoulders to breathe. Breathe into the throat and take your attention to the back of the neck at the medulla point and then to the third eye. Pause for a moment again in silence and then continue the downward attention while breathing out. Breath should be rhythmical, graceful, slow, and stress relieving. Some of you may want to use a short mantra like Om or Soham, Om Guru. You can do that. It keeps the mind in the present moment and in the energy of the mantra, the vibrational energy. So stay with me in this process. I'm doing it within your being. Third eye awareness is important. Heart chakra awareness is important. Navel chakra awareness is important. And root chakra awareness is important. As you open the belly to breathe, become aware of the navel power. As you open the chest to breathe, be aware of the emotional power of the heart. As you breathe into the throat and to the third eye, the power of the mind. And enjoy the beauty and power of Ujjayi. Stay with that process until you feel that the body has settled down. Mind is quiet and senses are pacified. The mind is not jumping anywhere. And you begin to feel that your pranas are operating more in balance. The prana that opens up the lungs, the prana that energizes the brain, the prana that energizes the sense organs, the prana of digestion, the prana of circulation, and the prana of elimination. And the prana that goes right up the spine, allowing you to do the focusing that you do. Now observe loving heart, vital core, peaceful mind. No haste, no expectations. The divine is taking charge. Just letting go. And remember that you're doing all of this in my expanded consciousness. And I'm reaching out to every one of you from that same expanded consciousness of non-local being. Ensure that you fill the area beneath the rib cage as you open up the belly. Sometimes we forget that. Ensure that you draw the second chakra energy to the gut, to the heart, and to the brow. You can do that easily in this co-created field. And really listen to the Ujjayi breath. So you're already in the subtle space, I can feel that. The quantum space. And the power of your intention. becomes evident or more into your experience as energy. Now let's hold the idea of our being as full of light. Doesn't matter what is the condition of the body. Doesn't matter what the shortcomings of the mind are. Doesn't matter what is the condition of the heart. In this highly energized and elevating field, open up your consciousness to a version of you that is full of light, full of well-being. As much as you can. As you think, so you become. As you believe, so it happens. Influence your body cells. Through your visualizations and your intention to actualize, to hold it as reality. As you engage in the breathing as prana, not just air, you'll begin to feel the breath in a very subtle way, energizing you. And as you give attention to the chakra points that I mentioned, you'll begin to feel their presence. If you're open and receptive. As energy. Now your body cells are also energetic forms. So just by holding your body cells in your mental field and emotional field and vital field, you start energizing them. You start influencing your DNA. You start influencing your genes. You start influencing brain cells and neural pathways. Just understand the impact that your mind has and intention has. And really learn to work the breath in the most beautiful way of finding your personal rhythm and keeping the breath as gentle but as conscious as you can. Honoring the spaces at the end of the out-breath and end of the in-breath. The moments of silence where you truly enter the gap. And then acknowledge the power that you feel in the inner space as coming from the divine. Not your power, not my power, but divine power. Acknowledge it as divine. then the whole experience of in you, I live, move and have my being. Really becomes a truth. That you experience. And now just a tip for you. If you feel that your body is tired, breathe with depth, opening up the belly and focusing in the lower area. If you feel your emotions challenging, open up your chest to breathe out, breathe in fully and breathe out fully. And if you feel your mind scattered, or in overheating mode, through scattered prana, just breathe into the third eye, under heart. And the gut, balancing the energy of the head. Stay with me. Now I'm going to go into a period of silence where I can work more deeply in the inner space with all of us. So join me in the inner space. Stay steady. Use your heart if you need to, or the gut if you need to, but stay steady. Stay steady. So the power of your intention is to stay balanced and steady in a field that uplifts every cell. Find strength in joining with me if you cannot feel it on your own. As I center in the divine, join me at that center. Ride on my strength until you can feel it on your own. If you're nodding away, just open up to the gross breath. Now slowly extend your attention to the world around you. You have an earth body that connects to the earth via the root center. Just take your attention down to your root center. Let's breathe in more with the gross breath. Still using Ujjayi. Open up to breathe in more air. And begin to observe your sense of smell as you stay in the root and your connection to the earth. And to the earth body. So you're coming back into body consciousness, allowing your subtle body to open up to supporting the gross body. And then take your attention to the sacral center. Just breathe in there. Focusing on the taste and water element. You can feel the presence of water in your body. And there's water in the atmosphere as well. And there's water element in the mouth. That your tongue can experience. And here you're creating harmony with the water element. Then breathe into the gut. The fire element is there. Focus on the warmth of the body. The light that is around you, all related to fire. And the sense of seeing, perceiving, light. And the sense organs of the eye. And here you are having a relationship between fire and your subtle body. And breathe into the center of the chest as you open up to the air element and to the sense of touch and skin awareness. Atmosphere is around you. Your skin is experiencing that. And you can feel the palms becoming warm. And you have a greater sense of touch. Breathe into the throat, focusing on listening, hearing, sounds around you, and the sounds of the inner space. And then take your attention to the third eye that connects with all the senses as you breathe deeply. Now you should be breathing more of the gross breath and feeling more in touch with the physical being and the elements of nature around you. And here is where we celebrate the human experience. As we are physically engaged from the subtle space. And now bring your attention to the world around you. And let your intention be to share your energies, your love, your peace, your goodness, with the entire world, all living beings. May we rise together in the light. May we be centered in divine consciousness. May our immune systems be boosted, that we can fight off all disease. May our minds remain strong, our hearts full of love, and our vital energies high. Let's wish that for our world. And for those physically challenged across our world, let's pray that the divine guide each one of us in our own way, or according to our consciousness, to lift us and to provide our world with the best solutions, divinely driven, that can help humankind. And now join me as I chant the Mahamrityunjaya mantra. For healing, for well-being, and for centering in immortal consciousness. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyam Mamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiya Mamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyam Mamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyam Mamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityor mokshiyam amritat. Om Trayambakam Yijamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyam Amritat. Om Trayambakam Yijamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshiyam Amritat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you, everyone. Now, when you repeat this mantra with me, then you're going to be attuned to the energy that I repeat the mantra with. So every time you repeat it together with me by listening to the video, you will begin to get into the energy of the mantra, which is what you want, until your own energy is awakened and you don't need my support. So your goal should be to eventually not need my external support, because I'm already inside of you. Get into the inner space where you can be in sync with me. So I hope that you have had an elevating experience of the healing circle. Of course, it's short, but what can I do? I'm held in a timeline. So I'm going to just leave a few minutes for you as needed. You don't have to use it, only as needed, if you feel inspired to share anything or to ask any questions. I'll leave a few minutes for you. With great thanks for joining in to help co-create this wonderful field that people across the globe can experience. Even if not now, it's online, so they can pick it up at any time. It's not lost, it's in the archive. All right, so I see Frederique. So let's take Frederique.
Namaskar, Guru. Namaskar.
Namaskar to you.
So I want to thank you for the meditation, and actually I had a question. It was something you already said in the 40 days, but I was kind of trying to figure it out, but I do really want to ask you. It's about the energy body. I really love how the 40 days elevated my experiences with the energy body, and like to hold the body in the mind, like you did in the meditation. It really works very well. But you also said that the energy body, because it's changing, it is not real. And the ultimate goal would be to experience the unchanging self. So, although I really love to experience the energy body, why is it so important to learn about something that is actually not real? Because it's...
Right, so that's an important question. But here's the answer I want to give to you that can really help you. Now, the energy has a reality. The pure energy, like the pure consciousness, they are one. Energy and consciousness. So the pure energy has a reality. The changing forms should not be given the reality.
No.
It's like the gold. Keep your eyes on the gold. If you go to if you go to the jeweler, it doesn't matter what the jewel is made of. What the jeweler will do is check the quality of the gold and check the weight of the gold.
Yeah.
Forget the form. So So this is what you need to focus on, the energy itself, the field of
Yeah.
energy and the consciousness, and not the changes that happen in the ego. Today, the mind constructs or the energy patterns that are there, not those. Those are not real.
No.
But the feel of the energy is real.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, and can you tell something more about if you experience the energy field, you can feel how it's working in your body, but actually you say the field is the pure energy and that is unchanging.
Unchanging.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a
And
basic,
how it
the
works.
base, it's a raw material. It's like the alchemist,
Yeah.
using the raw material to create anything. So the raw material is just the pure energy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And if you
So
concentrate
when you are into
on
pure energy, it's just bliss. Pure energy equals
bliss.
bliss.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
A joy.
Thank
Yoganand calls it, Yoganandji, he calls it the avenue joy.
Yeah.
And we learn that it is the ananda that we feel, the bliss. That's the energy of that comes out of the self, the conscious self. So pure consciousness and pure energy is what you need to be centered on. Pure consciousness means no ego. Let go of the ego. And pure energy is just bliss,
Yeah.
free and divine. Shiva and Shakti in oneness and beauty. Thank you, Federica. That's a marvelous question.
Thank you very much, Guruji. I really loved the meditation and I hope you continue doing this.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. That's my hope
Yeah.
as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to stay in silence with you for a minute because I just love being in silence with you. We don't need a conversation when the silence is so beautiful. The joy is that I can speak from the silence and I can think in the silence. You will have that too, of course. Now you can feel that I love you without the need to say it. I can feel your hearts responding to me so beautifully. So I'm forced to say, I'm urged to say I love you. And when I say that, it means God loves you. The universe loves you. Profound, isn't it? I can feel you. I can feel the center of your being. You need to believe in your love and purity. You need to believe in you. Stay with this gift, everyone. If you're going to bed now, take it with you. If you're still active, keep it with you through the activities. Ultimately, go to bed with it. Have a wonderful day, everyone. It's been a joy having your presence. My soul bows to you. Namaskar.